This is unit testing. So same thing. I was saying testability. So when you are doing vanilla JavaScript, testing your vanilla JavaScript with unit tests, these things are not very easy. So not easy means how will you? So if there is an event listener attached to some function, there is no way for you to generate that event in your code as a tester. If you don't have the DOM, you cannot say trigger this event, right? How will you trigger? There is no way to do that. But in React or in this thing Angular, you only have functions. So if some event happens, call this function. You can directly call that function. And you can pass whatever value you want to pass or whatever you want to do it. So you just call functions here with this unit testing frameworks. So basically, you guys probably will not do this when you are learning. This will only happen when you have joined some place, some job. So not even in all the jobs you will get familiar with. You will do unit testing. Like most places they do, but not all. So this unit testing you will probably not learn on your own. It will only happen when you have joined some job or something. So you don't need to worry about it now. You don't need to worry about all of these now. If you want to go with React, take Flux or Redux, whatever you want. Flux is easier to get started with. Redux is more robust, more large application level kind of thing. So if you want to, so there is no point. Like the way I think is there is no point in learning these. There is no point in learning these things themselves. You know the concept, that's fine. After you have learned these things, correct? Basic these things, jQuery and all these things, you are ready for front-end development jobs. You can start applying, you can start interviewing. After you have joined the jobs, whatever technology they are using, you have to learn that, and they will give you time to learn that, and then you can probably get more into the technology. You shouldn't do this, okay, I need to learn React and then I'll find React jobs. Learn basic JavaScript first and start applying for jobs, and wherever jobs you get, learn the technology. After you have got that job or something, then you can probably start thinking about small personal projects with all these things. But to get jobs, you don't need to learn all these things. To get front-end development jobs, if you are good with these three things, like this paradigm, which is directly dealing with DOM API, it's more than enough. This and no matter which route you take, this. So these things and these things, you are good to go for a job. Okay, now we are getting into more of like proper software development things. So here ES6 you see bracket Babel. So what this means is there are multiple versions of JavaScript. If you want to write in the latest version of JavaScript, most browsers don't understand it. So there is a software called Babel. You install it. It's just like compiler. So you write code in latest version of JavaScript. You you run your code through this software, and it will produce older versions of JavaScript. You can take that JavaScript and send that to browser. So this is basically a fancy thing. You don't need to, like, if you want to write only latest version of JavaScript ES6, then you probably need Babel, but nobody, like, I don't use it. So I'm not saying that I don't use it, so you shouldn't, but it's not needed at all for you to be a web developer or something. It's just that if you want to write latest version of JavaScript, you need some software to turn it into older version of JavaScript which browsers understand. So Babel is for that, and there is some library called Babelify which will turn your code into this thing. Now CSS tools. Pre-compiler, Sass, less stylus, CSS framework, Bootstrap, Foundation, responsive design with CSS. So we already talked about responsive design, media queries. Responsive design means media queries. So when you change the screen size, your website changes. The layout of your website changes. That is responsive design. You can do responsive design with media queries directly, but you should take the help of Bootstrap, like these CSS frameworks. You only need to use classes. Anybody wants to ask me something, I'm going through this whatever I think you should need to know. But if somebody wants to ask me something, you can stop me. There is no this thing. Now there are pre-compilers, SAS-less stylus. This is also you don't. So you probably need to learn one of these frameworks. Correct? Just because, just to learn how to use a framework, how to use a CSS framework. You don't need to know these frameworks to get a job. That is for sure. But when you most of the companies use one of these frameworks. It's not, nobody writes vanilla CSS anymore. Maybe they do, but if they do, then they use these pre-compilers. So it's the same thing. So in a very crude way, you can say these SAS-less stylus, these are all languages. In a very crude way, what this means is there is another, this is, you can say these are modern versions of CSS. You write in a different syntax. These pre-compilers will change that syntax into CSS which browsers understand. That's what pre-compilers are. Writing in different CSS will give you power, will definitely enable you more. It will help you write better CSS and all those things. But this is something which will only you need to do when you need it. It's not, it's level, it's called level upping. You don't need to know these things to have a job. Okay, we have covered frameworks, we have covered these CSS tools and front-end build tools, correct? Why do we need these things for? So I see task runners, dependency management. I have not said even once all these names. What are all these things? So what happens is you write your own CSS, your own JavaScript, correct? After some time, you end up using 5 libraries, 10 libraries, correct? You will use this library, you will use that library, you will use that library, you will use that library. That library itself uses some other libraries or something like that, correct? So in normal JavaScript, how do you do this? If you have experienced people will know that you need to put script links in a certain order for all those things to work. If you put links up or down, it will not work, correct? So this is what dependency management is. So you are doing dependency management yourself when you are putting the links. Okay, this should come after this. Otherwise, if you put jQuery after some file which uses jQuery, it will not work. So that is most basic dependency management. But if you don't want to do that, what you can do is you can put one link in your file and you can generate that file using Browserify or Webpack or some other dependency management tools or whatever. These things, Browserify, Webpack, Gulp, Grunt, they are on different branches, task runners, dependency management, but these things, the circle these are equivalent. They are task runners, they are build tools, they are whatever. What building means is, so you have bunch of different files, bunch of different JavaScript files. Okay, you use SAS. Okay, you use ES6. Okay, you use bunch of JavaScript files which themselves use some libraries. Okay, so you define. So what you need to do before sending that JavaScript, that CSS file to browser, what you need to do, first you need to run Babel command with your ES6 code, correct? After that you need to run SAS or less command to turn your SAS less code into CSS, correct? Then you need to combine those files into one file, correct? So all these tasks are these things, task runners. So either you can do them manually, okay, Babel this, SAS this, combine these things, put it into there. You can do it manually, correct? Or you can install one of these things and you can define. After everything is done, do all these things. You will define, run this command, run this command, run this command, and you write everything and it will just run all those tasks themselves, these task runners, and it will build you a file which you can send directly to browser. So build tools means building your JavaScript file. We don't need to build JavaScript files because we write JavaScript directly. But you need to build JavaScript file if you are writing in Babel. You need to build your CSS files if you are writing in Sass. You need to build JavaScript files if you are using multiple libraries and they need to be managed. You don't need to worry about what order to put the links in or whatever. You just use these package management systems. So these things also you don't need to learn to get a job. These are not dedicated. These are not things you dedicatedly learn. This you will pick up. Like, okay, you are on the job. Those guys use these things. You will pick up. This is not something you need to learn. Okay, I need to learn this, and it's not big. So Gulp Grunt, you will just do install Gulp, and then you will just write one file. Okay, these are the tasks I need to run. This is the packages I need to manage. That's it. You just write one file. So it's not something very big or something. It's just not something beginners or like the people who are starting out they need or they should be getting involved with. You will pick it up in 2 days, 3 days maximum. Correct? So dependency management, task runners, these things, these are there. Now I should not talk about these things because these are not really relevant now. It's the same thing, package management, Bower, but it's not. You can do Browserify,
Facebook group and get a chat. They need to follow us all these three places to get updates
and
if they want
human
any
is
help
also,
with
if
whatever
you
they are
do a lot
doing
of
to projects
bootstrapping,
and all that stuff.
you create a lot of newer projects. So to download all the frameworks, to generate the file hierarchy and all those things, it's very time consuming. So human is for that. You will just give a command, it will download all the packages for you and generate a file hierarchy and all those things. So these are all just help tools. So human does that only. It will you tell what kind of projects you want to make. You want